like January 6th, for example. They're capturing all of the data of people whose cell phones were pinging within that vicinity.
Yes.
During that period of time, not only on January 6th, and they are continuing to widen that net, looking at flight records and who bought tickets and who booked hotels and all of this stuff. For what? The FBI is going to go and investigate people who showed up there on the lawn on the Capitol. You look at what and this is
scare
my
tactics.
thing. It is absolutely scare tactics. So when we look at the power of the government and how they're now turning on the American people for political reasons, we can see where even the best of intentions with some of these pieces of legislation can lead to the very worst places. What to speak of the fact that we have limited resource and limited people.
Yeah.
What are they not investigating? You talked about the DEA. What about the FBI and all these millions of people are coming across our border? Are they tracking who they are? No, they're not. Are they tracking where they're going? No, they're not. We have no idea. People coming from the Middle East and Asia and Eastern Europe and Venezuela, gang members, like all of this stuff is happening right before our very eyes. And they're going and knocking on my friend's door in La Ie because he brought his 14-year-old son to Washington, D.C. that week.
And here's the question. Was the FBI there? How many people were there? And how come they don't have to answer that?
Exactly.
They don't say.
Why not be transparent?
Also, they should be there. Like, the government should be there in case some shit goes sideways.
Exactly.
Right? I'm sure they're there. But are some of the agents not good? Just like some dentists suck. Are some of the agents not good? And are some of the agents encouraging people to go in? Because that could be true too. Because if we look at what happened with the governor of Michigan, right? Mm-hmm. Was it Michigan or Minnesota? Michigan. That story is bonkers.
It is.
When you find out, what was it, like 11 of the people involved in the kidnapping scheme were FBI informants?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
And these two dopes who just dumbasses, like 80 IQ dumbasses that just get tricked into this fucking, they cosplay and we're going to kidnap her. Definitely. We're going to fucking get Liberty done. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. They're stupid.
Yeah.
And those poor fucks have to go to jail.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the whole thing was scheduled and set up by FBI informants. Like, that seems crazy. Aren't there real problems? Instead of creating problems and then arresting people for those problems, aren't there real problems going on? And if there's not, you guys good at your job?
Right.
We're trusting you.
And there are,
for sure.
I know some great FBI agents, and there are people who are doing good work.
Absolutely.
The problem,
I've met great FBI agents.
Phenomenal.
Nice people,
Absolutely.
Good people, patriots.
Absolutely.
But they're like dentists. Some of them are great.
It's just, you can say this in militaries and law enforcement.
Everything.
You are going to find those few for sure. They are there. But with, so I've talked to different people than the FBI, and what they've shared is that there's kind of like a bifurcation in the agency where there are people who are really, really angry and frustrated about the politicization of the FBI that's occurring by the heads. And then there are others who are just like, full send, we're on board, let's go. And it's creating a lot of friction and a lot of fear within the agency. I don't know if the agency, people get confused. That's the CIA. That's probably some similar things going on there. But within the FBI, a lot of fear that you got to watch what you say around even your own colleagues and your own peers, because there are people who are on different sides, which is horrible. Like, you are on the side of America.
Yeah.
You are on the side of the American people and upholding the rule of law and securing our country, going after the bad guys. Well, when the bad guys now become your neighbor down the street, we're in a very different realm, a dangerous one.
It's just how it is with people. Red Sox fans hate Yankee fans. Mm-hmm. Just like they're in the same country. You're going to have conflict even inside the FBI. You're going to have conflict in every group. You're going to have power struggles. You're either with Bob or you're not.
Right.
If you want to make it in this business, you want to get to the top of this agency, right, you got to stay with Bob. And Bob's fucking calling the shots. I'm on Team Bob.
Yeah.
Fuck Mike.
Yeah.
And then that's what happens with people. It happens in everything. And you have people that go in with good intentions and they get corrupted by systems that are corrupt.
That's where for the, across, whether it's the FBI, the Department of Justice, all of these, it matters who's in charge.
Yeah.
These are all civilian-led organizations. They are political appointees. And, in theory, they are the people who should be held accountable, but they are setting that tone. Check out my book, For Love of Country, for sale right now at tulsigabbard.com. And you can also order the audiobook that I narrated on Audible.